Hey everyone, this is Holly from HSHOMEMADE, www.hs-homemade.blogspot.com. Today we're going to do a couple things. It's going to be in two videos. So this is the first video. I'm going to show you a couple things that you can do that maybe will just give you a little bit of inspiration. Christina Warner, and her blog is listed on the side of my blog to the right. She does like cards every day, and she comes up with so many different ideas. She does a really good job. Well, she did a little series on her blog here recently about how she gets inspiration, and she used one of these little cards that comes off one of these big cards. I mean these big 12 by 12s. Obviously here's mine right here. I just took it off here. This is one of the ones that I got from Archivers. And we're going to use this in two different ways. The first way is we're going to use this as sort of a sketch for a card. That's the first thing we're going to do. The second video will be actually using this piece on a card as the main focal point. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so I see a couple things on the base of this that I wanted to replicate. I did this somewhat. You see the different the dots all the way around this. I didn't want to use a stamp, so instead I used an embossing folder. And the inside I did first, actually, before I did the embossing, I took masking tape and took the card and made masking tape all the way around the edges and made room for this embossing folder of Swiss dots to be all the way around the edge. So, took masking tape and put it, this is about 1 inch wide, so put masking tape 1 inch around all the way around. So then, if you can see this, I don't know if you can see this real well, but this has the stamp. You can tell that it's inked up. It has an inked up look anyway, and it has like happy birthday kind of just real light around the edges and in the middle. So that's what I did. So I kind of inked up the middle there, and you can see that my perfect square here, or rectangle here, that I used my tape around. And so I inked it up and then put some little took some real light stamping and did happy birthday, celebrate. Okay, so that's what I did. And then I ran my card through my Cuddle Bug with the embossing folder of Swiss dots all the way around. Okay, so I did that and then inked up the top edges. That's all I did. I round the corners, inked up the sides. That's what I did there. Okay, so this is our base card. Now, what I'm going to do now is use the balloons, and I've cut out 3 different balloons. I don't know if I'm going to use all 3 of them. I may just use 2. It just kind of depends on how they look. I'm going to do the 3 balloons there, and I have a little tag that I took cut off, and also I used the zigzag embossing folder here to look like stitching, and then I colored it in with a brown marker and then put stitching on the edges just like this one does. I don't know if you can see that, but this little tag here on the side, it has some stitching on the end, on the edge. Then I put Forever Young. It's going to be a birthday card. So I'm going to put this right here. And then I'm going to add something here. These are going to have little streamers, just like a regular balloon would. Okay. We're going to put those on. And to secure those with probably a brad or something like that. And then we're going to put a little homemade flag right here that says Celebrate. Okay? So that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and start doing this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to lay out my balloons the way I want them. And then I'm going to take a little pencil and mark where my string needs to come out. Okay? See if I can get up under here. Okay, so I'm going to take little glue dots. I think this will be the best thing to do, is take the tiny glue dots and may have to use my little tweezers here. Okay, and I'm just going to put these here. I'm going to put the balloons on dimensionals, so this doesn't really matter per se what it looks like because you're not going to see it. If I'm going off camera, I'm sorry about that. Okay. And one more. This is just, actually I thought this was embroidery floss, but it's not. I bought this at a thrift store, actually, while I was in Florida. And it is yarn, candle wick yarn. It's just really, really thin. Really, really thin. So it's kind of like embroidery thread, though. That's basically what it's like. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and put the 3 balloons on. And we have them marked, so we know where they're going to go. I'm just going to use a dimensional here on the back. Okay, and one more. Let's see. You know what? I think I might put that one straight on the paper because of the way it's laying. I think I'm going to do that. That'll give it a kind of a 3D look too. Okay, so we're going to pull these down. I'm going to have this top one, this red one, coming over. Okay. Alright. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a little dot here where those are going to come down, and I'm going to put a brad there, so I'm going to use my crocodile. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to put a brad there, so do a little, and what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to use a silver one here. It's like a brushed nickel kind of color. What I'm going to do is I'm going to open the brad just a little bit, and as I put this through this hole, I'm going to catch these 3 strings and put it down so that those strings will stay secure underneath that brad. Okay, and then I'm going to cut those off. Alright, so that gives the effect of the 3 balloons on the side, just like this. Okay, now we're going to put, I'm going to go ahead and put this on with dimensionals. And put 2 small ones over here on the side. I am going to stick the flag underneath this, so I need a little room there. Okay, and put that there. And my little flag, I just made this out of one of those little really skinny popsicle sticks. You can also use like a toothpick. I only had colored toothpicks and I didn't want to use that, so I used this and I inked it up a little bit, made it a little bit darker. And I'm going to use a glue dot to secure this flag on there. Okay, I'm going to need another, just a little bit more adhesive here. Okay, and then it says celebrate. So I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of this just to keep it up a little bit. And I'm going to put just regular adhesive on the back of this stick. I think that will hold it fine. I'm just going to stick it right underneath there. And there you have a really cute card. Okay? And that is our inspiration, and this is what we came up with. Obviously I moved it around just a little bit, but it still turned out to be a really cute card. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys watch my second video in this series, and it's going to be using this on a card. So thanks, and have a great day.